Okay guys, hi and welcome to my channel. Today I'm filming my weight loss journey video. It's been requested by a lot of you on my Instagram and I'm assuming a lot of you are from there, so hello again. If not, my Instagram is poojasllife_. Check it out because I post a bunch of updates there. I always post in my story everything that I'm eating in the day, etc. And you can follow my journey on there. But today I wanted to, if you guys see me looking up, by the way, I'm looking at a mirror so I can see how everything looks, you know, whatever. And if you see me looking down, I wrote a bunch of notes out of my iPad about my weight loss journey so that I wouldn't forget a lot of things I want to talk about. So let's get into it. As of now, I have currently lost 105 pounds and it's almost been a year. It'll be a year next month actually, so yay me. It's definitely been a hard journey, but it's been a really rewarding one, and I never ever thought I would do something like this. I'll give you a little background. So growing up, I was always the bigger one. I have an older sister and younger brother, and listen, I've always been the big one, the chubby one, the one that was called motu. If you're Punjabi, you know that means like fat. I've always been called all these names, you know. I've always got the hecklings from the aunts and uncles at the family gatherings saying that I'm gaining weight or that I'm big, etc. In school, I got bullied a lot. Yeah, I definitely got bullied a lot because of my weight. Everybody else was skinny minis and I was over here looking like a chunky monkey, but that's okay. I was still super confident about myself. I never once was like, I'm so ugly and I'm so this and that, because I knew that there was a reason why I look like that. I was always the bigger one and I was always the one that was looked down upon. I remember the remarks about you should run on the treadmill, you know, maybe you shouldn't eat that. But when you're bigger, you don't hear those comments. People will say them to you, but you just don't hear them, if that makes sense. I remember there were like quite a few times that my family commented on the things that I would be eating, and they'd be like, oh, like, didn't you just eat pasta? But I didn't care. Like, it was just food to me. I didn't ever think of food as nutrition and food as fueling your body. I just thought of food as something that you eat all the time. Like, I used to eat, honestly, I used to work a lot and I used to go to school. I was a full-time student, and pasta was like my main go-to, like enriched flour pasta. I would eat pasta at max 3 times a day, but usually it was like 2 for like lunch and dinner. I'd eat pasta. In between work, I'd eat pasta. I've been vegetarian for, it's 9 years now, it's 9 years. But I was a carb vegetarian. So all the food that I was eating was like pizza, pierogies, potatoes, pasta. Like, what is a salad? I don't know. Like, I would never eat anything remotely healthy. Let's talk about what made me start. So I started my weight loss journey that I'm on right now. I started it September the 12th, 2019. So it's coming up on a year. And basically we used to have an old treadmill in our basement, and I used to walk on the treadmill. I did it for like 2 days straight and I was so proud of myself. Just like 30 minutes at like 2-3 speed, and like a 2 or 3 incline, and I did it for 2 days and I was so proud of myself. And then the treadmill broke. It broke, I couldn't use it anymore, and that was really the turning point. I could have honestly been like, I don't want to do it anymore, like I'm just gonna give up and go eat some pasta again. But I remember texting my boyfriend and being like, I think I'm gonna sign up for a gym membership. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna sign up for a gym membership. And I signed up for Fit for Less, which is in Canada. And I will never forget the feeling leaving Fit for Less. I felt so empowered because I was so scared of the gym before, because I was so scared of, like, you know, the bulky men, the lean women. I was scared of being judged because I was really big. But the first day I went was the day that I signed up. I went later in the night and I absolutely loved it. Like, I would go at like 8 or 9 at night because I didn't want a lot of people to be there. Or sometimes I would like finish my shift at like 10, so I go for like 11 o'clock. and I loved it. I started with the treadmill, and I always did an hour of cardio and an hour of weight training. It was just something, like I said, I really love the gym, so doing an hour of cardio and an hour of weight training was literally my bliss. Like, I found so much peace in going to the gym. So when I first started, I obviously was focused on my food as well, because in order to lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit. So I started tracking my meals. At the time I had a Fitbit, now I have an Apple Watch. But at the time I had a Fitbit, so I just used like the little Fitbit just to track my food. My water intake increased so much. Like, I think I drank 2 liters of water every single day, which was 0 to nothing. Like, I used to drink no water, and then I went straight to 2 liters. But when I started my weight loss journey, I stuck to 1200, which I know is like a controversial number, and I probably shouldn't have started that low, honestly. So I started with 1200, and then I definitely increased my calories to like 13 and then 14, so it was just too low for me. And especially because I was strength training as well, so my metabolism was going through the roof. I could feel myself getting hungrier and hungrier, so I knew I had to start eating more. So yeah, like I said, with my gym routine, the treadmill, and I started on the elliptical, but I literally couldn't do 5 minutes on the elliptical because it was so hard on my knees, because I was a lot bigger. If I didn't mention, I started my starting weight was 285 pounds. That's just to my knowledge. It could have been more, but I remember the last time I had weighed myself, I was 285. So I feel like it was probably more because I was definitely a big person. But like I said, we only had that one small, like really old school style bathroom scale. So I upgraded and I bought myself like just like a really cheap Walmart scale. So I was at the gym and eating healthy for about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, maybe almost a month. And I bought myself the scale, and I had checked my weight, and I was already at like 275 or something like that. And once I saw the scale drop, nothing stopped me. Like, I knew I could do it. It was something that I could do, and I wouldn't have to pay to get it removed from me. I didn't have to go for surgery, because like obviously I've looked into that, and I could do it on my own, and I didn't care how long it would take. I just wanted to be fit, I wanted to be healthy, and I wanted to not feel so tired all the time. The main reason I did it was for my health. My family has a history of diabetes, and as I was getting older, I was getting more and more scared that I was gonna get it too. So I knew something had to change, but it honestly just changed overnight. I just woke up and was like, I need to change, I need to do something, and I did it. So like I said, I completely changed my diet. So I went from being a carb vegetarian to being plant-based. So I cut dairy out. I could be a vegan, but you guys, I love eggs. I can't let go of eggs, and I can't find, you know, the Just Egg replacements. I can't find those anywhere. So I'm sticking to my eggs. So I'm still a plant-based vegetarian for now. Okay, don't come for me. Eventually I'll be a vegan, but for now I'm very comfortable being a carb-based vegetarian, a plant-based vegetarian. Yeah, I started including a lot more vegetables in my diet. I made sure that every meal I was eating, especially for dinner, it was vegetables, a little carb and protein, rather than it being mainly carbs, a little bit of vegetables, and a little bit of protein. So I restructured the way that I ate, and I'm not kidding when I say oatmeal is your best friend. I never used to eat oatmeal, and then as I started watching YouTubers, they would talk about oatmeal, and so I tried oatmeal, and when I first ate it, I'm not kidding, I would literally just cook it in water. I put the oats, water, a little bit of cinnamon, and it was the nastiest thing I've ever eaten in my life. Like, I don't know how people do it, but I still ate it because I didn't know you could add all these different things to it to make it taste good. So I ate that for so many months, and now I can't even look at oatmeal with cinnamon in it anymore because it just disgusts me. And now my favorite type of oatmeal is overnight oats. If you follow me on my Instagram, you know I love overnight oats, especially with bananas and blueberries, or weirdly cantaloupe. I think it's really good. Or I've been trying hot oats with peanut butter in it and almond butter, and I use oat milk, the best. So like I said, I cut out dairy completely, and I used to love cheese, but trust me, you guys, I can't be eating cheese no more because I get hella bloated and my stomach hurts like crazy. So no more dairy for me. I started off with almond milk because where I used to live, it was a really small town and we only ever had almond milk, and now that I live in a bigger city now, we have oat milk. So I've been messing with the oat milk, and I love unsweetened oat milk. It's my favorite thing to go. But I'll post like a whole what I eat in a day later. I'm just getting sidetracked because I love food. But anyways, so water is so important, especially through my weight loss journey. I found myself drinking water constantly, and 2 liters of water a day was a big deal for me because I literally, honestly, used to drink like a glass of water every 2 or 3 days. But trust me, you gotta drink your water. Like, you just have to. Your body needs it. Do it for your skin, do it for your body, do it for your health, do it for your organs, do it for everything. Just drink your water, girl. And if you need to, like, add Mio in it, add some lemon, add whatever you need to do, but you gotta drink your water, okay? I always get questions on my Instagram just asking like how I did it, or like people saying that they're just so busy, and like, trust me, I was a full-time student and I had 2 jobs, and I still managed to go to the gym every day. I would still put in my 2 hours of work every single day. So if you want it badly enough, you're gonna do it, and you have to do it. Nobody's gonna do it for you. And I realized that, and I was like, you know what? I need to do it for me, and I need to make the change for me, because if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it. I was in my last semester of university, and I figured, you know what, it's now or never. I'm gonna be entering the workforce soon. I want to be able to be my best self. So that's the whole reason I started at that point, was because, I mean, I was just finishing off university and I had more time than I did years before, and I just didn't make an excuse out of it. Sometimes I would have 2 shifts and a class, and I would still go to the gym. I'd go in between class, or I'd go after at like 1 in the morning when everyone was asleep. It just depends on how badly you want it and how badly you want to see those results, because I wanted it badly enough and I wanted to change my life, and I did it. And I know that so many people are capable of it if you just put aside the excuses. So when it comes to seeing results, I definitely saw results after probably the 3rd month, and that's 3 months of me going to the gym every single day and me eating so clean. I started seeing results after probably 2 or 3 months, and it can be discouraging, but since I was seeing results on the scale, it really kept pushing me to keep going. There's this one quote that I used to always look at. I have it posted on my Instagram, but it's something along the lines of, it takes 4 weeks for you to see results, 8 weeks for your friends and families to see results, and 12 weeks for the world. And I always kept that in mind whenever I felt like not going to the gym, whenever I felt like, you know, eating a little too much. I always kept that in mind, that eventually I'm gonna see results. And eventually I did see results. My face started slimming out, my body started shrinking. It was the frame here. You can see my collarbones now, which you literally could never see before. So the physicals happened a little later, but the scale changes happened right away, because I went from eating whatever I wanted to eating plant-based, right? So my body had to adjust a lot more. So that was pretty much my whole weight loss journey. If I could give you guys any pieces of advice, it would be to keep going, because I know that it can be so hard to start, and once you start, the only way that you can fail is by giving up. So you have to keep going. Do it for yourself, do it for your future, do it for your body, do it for your health, whatever your reasons are. I want you to keep going. If I had stopped even a month after, I wouldn't be where I am today. I've officially lost 105 pounds and counting. I'm still going. And it's almost been a year, so I urge you guys to just keep going. You know, never give up on yourself, and do it for yourself, honestly. And if you guys want to join me on the journey, then don't forget to subscribe and thumbs us up. I'm gonna be posting a what I eat in a day, so if you guys want that, then stay tuned. Anyways, thank you for listening to my story. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well, because I'm super active on there. I love my Instagram page. It's @poocheslife_. But yeah, thank you for watching.